Well, the time has finally come. Tomorrow night, the AFL season kicks off with opening round between Sydney and Carlton. We have been waiting, itching. We got a little bit of a taste with the preseason matches, but that doesn't mean anything. Now it's time for the real business, and I'm here to preview every match while also giving my tips and predictions along the way. So without further ado, let's get straight into the first game between the Swans and the Blues. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Up the Guts podcast. Joining you as always is your host, Trent D'Alton. And yes, as I mentioned, I'm going to be going through my tips. So like I did last year, we have a ESPN footy tips competition that goes on every year. By the time you hear this, I would be closing it. But if you're quick to comment on it, I'm sure I can find a way to get you in. But we do have room in our Supercoach team. So Supercoach League, sorry. So if you want to get involved with that, shoot us a DM on Instagram at uptheguts_, and we'll be able to give you all of the information. But just a little housekeeping before we get into it. If you're watching this on YouTube, I've said it multiple times, but likes and comments have been absolutely shining through the algorithm. The Supercoach team announcement one, where I announced my full team, has been going really well. Been going nuts compared to a lot of the other views, as well as my season preview of the West Coast Eagles. It's now, I think, 1.2K views. So absolutely amazing there. So let's try and get another 10 likes on this video. Like and comment, and make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on. We're trying to get to 400 subscribers by at least the early part of the season. I believe we're at 364 as of today, so 400 would be lovely. But if you're one of our followers or listeners, on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, our audio listeners, listening in the car, listening in the gym, on your way for a walk, however you're listening, make sure to leave a like and comment on this episode as well. Hit that follow button, turn the notification bell on so you're notified whenever we upload. Share this off to a mate who loves their footy. And please, guys, remember, most importantly, if you do enjoy the show and are eager and keen for the footy season this year, please leave the show a 5-star rating, as that does help push the show out there to new listeners. But here we go. Without further ado, the first game of the round, and it is the Swans v the Blues at the SCG. The grudge match. It's the AFL knew exactly what they were doing here. Charlie Curnow versus his old team in his new Bloods jersey, and a lot of build-up will be for this. The way he went out wouldn't have been ideal. But yeah, a lot of build-up to this. Cripps says it may get ugly. I don't know, because I just think the Swans are a much, much better team. But in news, like team news, Harry Dean Harry Dean's played for, but is Harry Dean a debutant? Let me just get that up quickly. I swear Harry Dean played last year. But Carlton have named if we get this up, Carlton. Get this up on the fly, sorry here, guys. If we go here in... Jacob Wiedering will play. Yeah, so Jacob Wiedering will play. He's in. And the one that I was thinking was Jagger Smith and Harry Dean will play. So really good there. Wade Dirkson's probably a bit stiff to miss out there. I thought he was really good. But with Jacob Wiedering going, he was probably fighting with Harry Dean for that final spot. Didn't do anything wrong, and he's a really good backup. A good story there for Wade Dirkson. As for the tips, on the ESPN Footy Tip app, it is the Swans 91% favourites to the Blues on 9%. I'm going to be going the Swans, and I believe, yes. So every Thursday night game on the ESPN Footy Tips app, you get a bonus point if you get the margin right. So it's only on Thursday night games. Now, I think this could be a flex of the muscles type of... I haven't heard any news on Goulden as of yet, which I need to know soon from my Supercoach team because he's in the midfield. But I'm going to go with the Swans I'm going to go with a safe 32. Going to go the Swans by 32 over the Blues to kickstart the AFL season. All right, Friday night, this could be a real cracker of the game at People First Stadium. It's the young and rising Gold Coast Suns v the Cats. Now, obviously the Cats are in the grand final last year, fell short. And another thing we know is Gold Coast do not lose at home. And they've added... excuse me for a second. Oh. They've added the likes of Christian Petrarca in there. Oh, so let's do it again. 3, 2, 1. They've added the likes of Christian Petrarca in there, and we're interested to see if Jamarra Ugle-Hagan gets to go down there. But Christian Petrarca is that beautiful, beautiful addition to their squad. Played a bit more of a midfield role rather than going forward in the preseason game. So it'll be interesting to see how they use him there. Obviously, Rao didn't play, but it looks like Rao might not get up. But here, I'm going to be going with the Gold Coast Suns purely because it is at home, and I think they're going to be a real challenger for the flag. To kickstart our Saturday games, it is the GWS Giants v Hawthorn at NG Stadium. I went to say GMHBA for some reason, but at NG Stadium, and it's a big watch on this because Bad Bunny did recently play a concert there, and there's been a lot of heavy rain. So big watch to see how that ground pulls up. And GWS Giants backs against the walls now. I'm pretty sure Sam Taylor's injured, but Tom Green's out for the season. Toby Bedford won't be there, so he won't be able to play a tagging role. And I just think the Hawks are really rearing to go. Only question mark I have on the Hawks is potentially their midfield. And if Cole Shadir's not playing there, we can't rely on Jack Gunson. Well, I think Cole Shadir's not going to rip a game apart. I think he's a good presence to have as a marking option. He'll rip games apart here and there, but not your consistent. He's not ready to do it for a consistent season as of yet, but he's a valuable player, and Mitch Lewis was quite poor in the preseason match. So it's the only questions I have there, but I think the Hawks get this one done, and I would say the Hawks get this done 25 plus points. All right, Saturday night. This could be a really good game too after what we saw in the preseason match from the Doggies. But it's the reigning premiers, back-to-back premiers, Brisbane Lions v the Western Bulldogs at the Gabba. So that's why I'm going to be tipping the Lions. But the Bulldogs looked really good. I'm not sure on Sam Darcy. He should be right to go. Just a bit of soreness after the Origin game. And the way they were delivering the ball inside forward 50 against Hawthorn in the preseason match, Sam Darcy is going to be absolutely licking his lips and could kick 70, 80 plus this season if that's the way they're going to deliver the ball into there. But I think the Brisbane Lions just get it done. Kenny Coleman's back there, and he played a bit of half forward, a bit of half back, bit of wing, so there's a flexibility there. Really loving, I've mentioned this, but the development of Darcy Wilmot down the back there had another huge game in the preseason match there. And no matter what's happened on behind the scenes in his personal life, Lachie Neale knows how to put a performance in and put that to the side. 32 and 10 clearances in the preseason match, and don't write off potentially him looking to go for a third Brownlow in this season. This is the type of scenario where your back's against the wall, everything's gone to shit in your personal life, but this is where the champions stand up. And I'm telling you right now, do not write him off winning a third Brownlow. But I think the Brisbane Lions should get this done quite comfortably purely because it's at the Gabba. But I can't wait to see the Bulldogs take it up to them back if they play him at Marvel. The last game of the shortened opening round, the stand-alone Sunday game. It's a Sunday night game, 7:20 p.m. at the MCG. It's the highly exciting off-season work with the new recruits who want to move the ball fast, the Saints v the Collingwood Magpies. Now, as you can see here, hopefully you can see that I'm wrapping my Pies here, a little shirt here. Let's see, can you, yeah, so it's got let's have a look. It's trying to stand up. You can probably see it now. It's got, what we got here? We have got here Pendles, Elliott, Nick Dacos, Darcy Moore, and Craig McRae, I believe. That's just Braden Maynard. Well, you can see it all there. So it's harder looking downwards to see. But you get the gist. I'm repping that. And one thing I'd like to say, St Kilda do look exciting and a bit concerned about Collingwood. And the Magpies have officially put a line through Jeremy Howe, Jeremy Howe, Darcy Moore, and Reece McInnes, who's still recovering from his ACL from last season. So they put a line through there, which leaves their back line really weak. And with Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera now resting time at full forward. Now, but I'd like to wager one thing here is the comment Ken Hinkley made. I'm not knocking what Ken Hinkley said about Nasiah passing Nick Dacos as a player. But you don't think that hasn't been played to Nick, or one, he hasn't seen it, and they said go out and prove him and prove people wrong. That is definitely going to be an energy start. And what I think will happen and what I would do, you have to play someone who can run with Nasiah down there, but who can also defend. But I think what we haven't seen Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera, this might be my Collingwood coming at me, but what we haven't seen Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera is deal with a bit of physicality. So what I would be doing if I'm Craig McRae, when he goes to full forward, I'd be going, Braden Maynard, he's all yours. Where Nasiah might be able to get him on the lead and all that type of stuff, but Braden Maynard's been shown he can play tall and small and he can rough him up. We're yet to see him in a real contested situation. That's not a knock Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera at all, but we're yet to see him in a real contested one-on-one situation where they're really putting body on him. And that's what he might be good at it, but I'd love to see that. So that's what I would be doing if I'm Craig McRae. But you've got to be ready for that magnet when he goes forward. Now, Windhager did really well at halfback, having 41 disposals in the preseason match. Do they keep running with him and Sinclair off the halfback line, or are they going to bring Windhager back up to the ball to play on Nick Dacos? That is another watch. Or they've also, partially last year at the start, they used Hugo Garcia as a run with role. So do they run Hugo Garcia with Nick Dacos, or do they go, stuff that, we're backing TDK and our new recruits of Sam Flanders and then Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera in that midfield, and Matthias Philippou probably the other one, in that midfield just to go head-to-head with Collingwood midfield? Because other than Nick Dacos and the Collingwood fan, there's not much there, really. Ned Long's your basher, but he's not tidy with the ball. Still Sidebottom with play a bit more of a wing role. Penalty looks like he's settling down at a half back. So if you can shut Dacos down, potentially Josh comes up. But I'm wondering if they go the tagging role or not. That's another watch if Windhager stays at half back or he comes up to play on Dacos. Now, so there's people who say they can't tip against their own team. I'm against that. If there's money on the line, which I'm in a competition where there's money on the line. I'm in two, where there's money to be won. If my team isn't great, I can tip against them, but still support them on the day. I can use my brain. I haven't had to for a while, thankfully, for a fair few years, because Collingwood have been good. But at the same time, it'd be rude and obnoxious and just poor of me as a diehard mad Collingwood supporter to tip against them in opening round. So, excuse me. So I'm backing the Magpies in to get this done in a ripper of a game. I could see St Kilda win this, but I've got to back my boys in for the opening round. And before we forget it, let's click that submit button now. Yeah, it says your tips are in. So a recap of this. Thursday night, I'm going with the Swans by 32 points over the Blues. Friday, I'm going with the Suns over the Cats. Saturday, I'm going with the Hawks over the Giants. Saturday night, going the Lions over the Dogs. And then Sunday night, my Pies over the Saints. Well, there you have it, guys. There is my preview, my tips and predictions for opening round. Footy is finally here. In just one more sleep, we will have some footy on the screen. Exciting times. Thank you guys for watching and listening along. If you're watching this on YouTube, please, as I said earlier, please remember that likes are going off in the algorithm. That's what's really spiking views on channels. So please, if you are watching this, to leave a like and comment on this video. Hit that subscribe button as we race towards 400 subscribers, and turn the notification bell on so you're notified whenever we upload. If you're an audio listener listening to this via Spotify or Apple Podcasts, make sure to leave a like and comment on this episode. Hit that follow button, turn the notification bell on so you're notified whenever we upload. Share this off to another diehard footy fan who can't wait for Thursday night to kickstart the AFL season. And please remember, guys, if you are a lover of AFL and want to follow along this show and are enjoying it, if you're listening now, please remember to leave a 5-star rating on this show, as it does help push the show out there to newer listeners, and I can bring more content to you. Thank you guys for listening and watching along, and until next time, I'll see you guys then.